Okay, good morning. Thank you for joining the AM News. I am Senior Tabaru. Let's begin with the President Bola's request. Of course, the President has requested the Senate approval for a series of judicial reforms aimed at increasing the number of judges across key courts in Nigeria. At the resumption of plenary, Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio read a letter from President Tinubu in which he requested an amendment to the Court of Appeal Act to raise the number of judges from 70 to 110. The President cited the need to strengthen the court and address the growing volume of cases. He also transmitted a bill seeking amendment to the Federal High Court Act to increase the number of judges from 70 to 90, up from the original provision of 50 judges. President Tinubu urged the Senate to give the bill expedite consideration. The proposed amendments were referred to the Senate Committee on Rules and Business for further legislative action. In addition to the proposed increases, the President sought Senate confirmation of the appointment of Justice Oyewole Joseph Kayode as the Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The Senate also received a Court of Appeal Amendment Bill proposing the establishment of an alternative dispute resolution center to facilitate the settlement of appropriate cases outside the traditional court system. This bill was also referred to the Committee on Rules and Business. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu was formally received with full diplomatic and military honors at the presidential complex in Ankara, beginning his high-level state visit to the Republic of Turkey. The reception commenced with the simultaneous playing of the national anthems of both nations and ceremonial 21-gun salute. President Tinubu, accompanied by his host, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, proceeded to inspect the formal guard of honor comprised of Turkish military personnel. Following the completion of the ceremonial formalities, both leaders withdrew into a closed-door bilateral meeting where discussions on matters of strategic national importance are expected to take place. It is Tinubu's first official visit to the European nation, the reciprocal engagement following Erdogan's visit to Nigeria in October 2021 under former President Muhammadu Buhari. The President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, had in a statement on Sunday said the visit would focus on exploring further areas of cooperation in security, education, development, social development, innovation, and aviation. Ogun State has flagged off a statewide measles rubella vaccination campaign aimed at protecting children from two highly contagious and potentially life-threatening diseases. Wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, who performed the flag off, said the campaign underscores the resolve of the state to safeguard children from preventable diseases. Our reporter, Margaret Okunola, was at the Cultural Center, Kuto Abeokuta, the venue of the flag off ceremony. A report.
In line with the national and state targets of zero tolerance for morbidity and mortality arising from measles and rubella, the Ogun State government flagged off the 2026 measles rubella vaccination campaign through the Ogun State Primary Health Care Development Board. The campaign, carried out in collaboration with Ajoshi Foundation, the foundation of the wife of Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, who described it as a decisive step towards ending preventable childhood diseases that threaten the well-being and future of the Nigerian child.
Vaccination remains one of the safest, most effective and affordable public health interventions available. The measles rubella vaccine has been proven worldwide to save lives, reduce childhood illnesses, and protect future generations.
The flag of ceremony attracted top government officials who reiterate the commitment of the Ogun State government to strengthening the healthcare system, particularly at the primary health care level, through infrastructure upgrades, recruitment of health personnel, improved medical records, functional ambulance services, and expanded health insurance coverage.
This intervention reflects the unwavering commitment of the Ogun State government to child health. This is to prevent measles and rubella infections, reduce childhood illnesses and deaths, and protect the future generation from congenital rubella syndrome.
We have sensitized all our 20 zonal education officers, and we have held series of PTA meetings with our parents, especially the mother, to bring out their children for this immunization.
I appreciate Her Excellency, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, for her visionary leadership and for her support always.
Health stakeholders, development partners, traditional and religious leaders, and health workers across the state caution against fear and misinformation, urging parents and caregivers to ensure that children access the free and safe vaccines, stressing that protection is only guaranteed through vaccination.
We are focusing on approximately 2.9 million children. Because from the national and global expectation, we're expecting us to meet at least 95% of that target.
At the global level, we develop strategies and policies, and we do surveillance to see how countries are doing globally with eliminating measles and rubella. And it's really exciting to see that Nigeria is on track to introduce this vaccine. The excellent health indices across all age groups in Ogun State is a testament and reflects the political will and courage of the state leadership to continue to do the right thing.
The measles rubella vaccination campaign is expected to reach about 3 million children aged 9 months to 14 years across the 20 local government areas of Ogun State, with vaccination taking place in all primary health centers and designated posts statewide. Margaret Okunlola, OGTV News.
A 2-day capacity building training for senior and junior staff of the Ogun State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development has gotten underway, with emphasis on strengthening ethical conduct and professional identity in social work practice. The training theme, developing a strong sense of self as a social worker, grounded in ethical standards and values and professional boundaries, was designed to equip social workers with the skills and mindset required to deliver effective and ethical services, particularly to vulnerable groups. Lydia Lawyer reports the Day 1 session, which focuses on senior staff of the ministry. Her report.
In a move to strengthen capacity and professionalism within the Ogun State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, senior staff of the ministry converge on the Stella Obasanjo Children's Home, Ibara, for a 2-day training program. Declaring the training open on behalf of Governor Dapo Abiodun, the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Honorable Adijat Adeleye, highlights the critical role of social workers in nation building, stressing that ethical standards, discipline and professionalism remain essential for public trust and effective service delivery.
The nature of our responsibilities require that we remain constantly equipped, trained, retained, and empowered to meet the increasing demands and complexities of our work. Capacity building is not a one-off event. The ministry is committed to investing in its leadership because the quality of our outcomes is directly tied to the quality of our people.
Other members of the ministry's management team urge participants to apply the knowledge gained from the training to improve their daily interactions with clients and host communities.
While government provides opportunities such as this, each officer must take personal ownership of continuous learning and professional growth.
Let this training serve not only as a means of personal and professional growth, but also as a platform for us to unite in our mission to uplift the marginalized and empower women and children across our state.
Day 1 of the training, dedicated to senior staff, features insightful presentations from guest speakers drawn from relevant professional and social development sectors. The sessions focus on self-awareness, ethical responsibility, and the importance of maintaining clear professional boundaries in social work practice.
Whatever you are doing, you must make sure that there's what we call confidential treatment. Like the commissioner has said, you don't reveal information the vulnerable has revealed to you. And your conscience must also be clear, because clear conscience, clear accusation.
You know, this principle, we have new things every time. They've known most of these things before now, but when they learn new things more, it will help them.
The program continues on day 2 with sessions for junior staff, as the ministry reaffirms its commitment to professionalism, ethical excellence, and quality social service delivery across the state. Olaide Oloye, OGTV News.
The West African Examinations Council has released the timetable for the 2026 computer-based West African Senior School Certificate Examination for private candidates first series. The timetable outlines the schedule of subjects, dates, and times for the examination, providing private candidates with the necessary information to prepare and plan accordingly. WAEC advised the private candidates to carefully review the timetable and ensure they are fully aware of the examination data and requirement. Candidates are also encouraged to adhere strictly to the examination guidelines provided by WAEC to avoid any avoidable issues. The release of the timetable marks an important milestone in the lead-up to the 2026 examination as candidates and stakeholders begin final preparations for the upcoming assessment. And that's the news this morning. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.